Welcome back, and we are on challenge number 30. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So this time we're going to evaluate 22 less than 15. Of course, we know that's false, but we want to make sure that we can code it correctly so that we get that particular output. So again, we're going to create those variables. We're going to create the correct if-else decision structure. But more specifically, we're going to plan this out in pseudocode and flowchart form before we execute it in our code. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So our pseudocode is evaluate 22 less than 15. We'll store both of those numbers in variables and then make the decision and get a specific output. And that's exactly what the pseudocode structure should look like. Our flow chart, however, is changing. It's growing on us a little bit. So the first part of it is still the same. Now we know that the decision condition can either run true or run false. It has to make that decision for us, or more specifically, it's going to make a decision based on what it knows. So if that expression is true, we're going to do something. If it's false, we're going to do something else. And our flow chart should represent that. Okay, so this is our code, 22 less than 15, and we're going to mimic that in our code sequence over here. So 22 less than 15. Now, you've seen me put the variables inside the print statement, and that's okay. That's not anything that you need to worry about at this point, as long as your students are learning to execute their code, write it out, and really understand the logic here. But down here, I've added some elements again, looking at num1 and num2, and we know in this case, num1 is greater than, it is not less than. So this will not run. This else statement will run the print statement, and it's going to tell us that's false. 22 is greater than 15. So let's go ahead and run it. 22 is greater than 15. Okay, and that's exactly what it should say, because it says evaluate if 22 is less than 15, and it's not. With that being said, we're doing great, and I'll see you in the next